Hi, I'm Pizza Dan. Welcome to PizzaHomeChef.com. Today we're going to make some dough by hand. It's really quick, easy, simple. All you need is a little dry active yeast, a little warm water, a cup of warm water, 3 cups of flour, and a half teaspoon of salt. That's all there is to it. So the first thing we do is add some dry active yeast, a teaspoon and a half, to some warm water. This is like bath temperature water. You should be able to stick your finger in it and not have to yank it out screaming, because if it's that hot it'll scald and kill the yeast. So now you've got the yeast in the warm water and you stir it up a bit, wake it up, and we'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes and we'll form kind of a foamy head. That's what tells you it's really awake and working and ready to help your dough rise. And so we'll see in a few minutes. So here we are about 10 minutes later, and you can see there's a little foam on it, so the yeast has awakened. So now we're gonna continue to make some dough. So now we're going to take 3 cups of flour we've measured out. This is just unbleached regular flour. We're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher salt. You can use any salt. And first I'm just going to mix that dry. Just get the salt, everything evenly distributed. And then I'm going to form a little well or crater in the middle where the yeast water fermenting is going to go. So we pour that in, just right into the middle. There's all our yeast. And you just take a wooden kind of spoon and start stirring it, and really quickly it starts coming together. Gotta have a good grip on the spoon and a good grip on the bowl. Now, see that? It's already coming together in a primordial dough. I'm gonna keep going a little while. It takes a while for the water to kind of grab all the dry flour. You can see it's coming together, kind of forming a ball. There you go. So we have the makings of some dough here, and that took like under a minute, way under a minute. Okay, so I'm going to take this mixed up dough and I'm going to use my countertop, which is nice and smooth. You can use a cutting board too, just a nice smooth dry surface. So I'm just going to throw down a little flour and dump the dough into the middle. Now the trick here is keep all surfaces, including your hands, dusted with flour so that nothing sticks to nothing. So now we're kneading. So you just fold it over. I kind of made a wad, and then I just push out on it, fold it over on itself, turn it a quarter turn, do it again. It's getting a little sticky, so I'm gonna have it soak up a little more flour so you can keep going. So now I'm just kneading the dough. You kind of lean into it, and so you lean in and you just keep turning, and you can see it's starting to look like actual dough. And you should do this about 5 minutes or so is all you really need. And you'll wind up with your ball of dough. And so here it is. Like I said, this is enough for 2 medium pizzas. It's maybe 15 ounces. And we're going to go put it in a bowl and let it rise. And I'll give you a little extra secret, which is the whole thing with the yeast and the hot water. They call that proofing, and they call it proofing because you're trying to prove that your yeast is alive and can work to make the dough rise. But actually, if you know your yeast is working and active, you can add it with the salt as a dry ingredient and just add the warm water to the flour crater and forget that whole pre-fermenting proofing thing, and it'll go even faster. Fastest, most economical if you're going to mass produce is using the stand mixer, but that's another story that you can catch in pizza school. And you can see what happens with this dough in pizza school too. We're going to let it rise, and then we're going to make it into some incredible pizzas. So thanks for watching. Come back often to PizzaHomeChef.com and see you on the web.